not asking. Prayer is putting oneself in the hands of God at His disposition and listening to His voice in the depth of our hearts. Let's begin this auspicious ceremony with a prayer. You may please rise for the prayer.
The investiture ceremony is one of the first momentous occasions of the school where the newly elected and selected members of the school senate are officially vested with their powers and positions. Now, let me call upon Pooja Suresh of class 12 to deliver the welcome speech. Pooja, please.
Good morning to the Honorable Chief Guest of the ceremony, manager, principal, administrator, parents, teachers, and all my dear friends. We are here convened to attend the school investiture ceremony for the academic year 2021-22. It is my honor to deliver the welcome address on behalf of the entire fraternity of our school. On this solemn occasion of invoking the leadership competency and notion among the emerging young leaders of our school, I'd like to first welcome the Honorable Chief Guest of the Day, Colonel Virender Datwalia, Commanding Officer, 18 Kerala NCC Battalion, Motivara, and Lieutenant Colonel Rodriguez, who has shown his valuable presence here with us today and making this event rise to its full esteem. Welcome, sir. Now, I would welcome the manager of the school, Reverend Father John Puthuran, who has been the greatest moral benign for the school in all of the events so far conducted and continue to provide his enduring commitment with us. Welcome, Father. Next, I welcome the principal, Mr. Johnny and Paul, the active contributor to the glory of the school and the leader of all of the unified efforts of the entire team of our school. Welcome, sir. Now, I welcome the administrator, Mrs. Sunama John, who has been the greatest donor of value support to the entire faculties, staff, and students of our STPS family. Welcome, Auntie. Next, I lend my wholehearted welcome to all of the parents, albeit the absence of your physical presence, who have taken the best efforts to ensure the continual learning of their children, even in the most difficult times when humanity finds it hard to even survive. Welcome, parents. Now, I welcome the all-time greatest succor and lodestar of our STPS family, the teaching and non-teaching staff of our school, who have extended their efforts to coordinate this event. Welcome all. And finally, I welcome all my dear fellow comrades who are the very heart and soul of this institution. Welcome, dear friends. Once again, I welcome all of you to this prestigious ceremony where we entrust the duties and responsibilities to the most promising young leaders of the year, and I hope that you all can lead us through these most challenging and strenuous times. Thank you.
Thank you, Pooja. A plant grows and becomes a fruitful tree only because of its strong roots. Our school has flourished only because of exceptional leadership and a strong foundation laid by our manager, Reverend Father John Puthuran. He is passionate and determined towards making our school reach greater heights. It's my privilege to call upon the manager of this prestigious institution, Reverend Father John Puthuran, for the presidential address. Father, please.
വേദിയിലായിരിക്കുന്ന വിശിഷ്ടാതിഥികളെ, വളരെ പ്രധാനപ്പെട്ടതായ ഒരു ചടങ്ങിനാണ് നാം ഇന്ന് തുടക്കം കുറിക്കുന്നത്. കുട്ടികളാൽ തിരഞ്ഞെടുക്കപ്പെട്ട കുട്ടികളുടെ പ്രതിനിധികൾക്ക് അവരുടെ ഉത്തരവാദിത്തങ്ങളും ചുമതലകളും ഏൽപ്പിക്കുന്നൊരു ചടങ്ങാണല്ലോ ഇന്ന് ക്രമീകരിക്കപ്പെട്ടിരിക്കുന്നത്. കോവിഡിൻ്റെ പശ്ചാത്തലത്തിൽ നമുക്ക് വിപുലമായ രീതിയിൽ പ്രോഗ്രാം നടത്തുവാൻ സാധ്യമല്ലാത്തതുകൊണ്ടാണ് ചെറിയൊരു ചടങ്ങായി കോവിഡിൻ്റെ നിയമങ്ങളും ചട്ടങ്ങളും പാലിച്ചുകൊണ്ട് തന്നെ ഇങ്ങനെ ക്രമീകരിക്കാനിടയായത്. തിരഞ്ഞെടുക്കപ്പെട്ട കുട്ടികളെ സംബന്ധിച്ചിടത്തോളം അവരുടെ മനസ്സിലിപ്പോഴും ഉണ്ടാകേണ്ട 1-2 കാര്യങ്ങളുണ്ട്. നിങ്ങളെ തിരഞ്ഞെടുത്ത കുട്ടികളുടെ പ്രതീക്ഷയ്ക്കൊത്ത് നിങ്ങൾ പ്രവർത്തിക്കുന്നവരായിരിക്കേണ്ടത് ആവശ്യമാണ്. നിങ്ങളെക്കാൾ കഴിവും മിടുക്കുമുള്ളവർ വേറെ ഉണ്ടെങ്കിലും നിങ്ങളിൽ ചില പ്രതീക്ഷകൾ കണ്ടിട്ടാണ് കുട്ടികൾ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് വോട്ട് ചെയ്തതും നിങ്ങളെ തിരഞ്ഞെടുത്തതും. അവരുടെ പ്രതീക്ഷയ്ക്കൊത്ത് കുട്ടികളുടെ നല്ല കാര്യങ്ങൾക്ക് നിങ്ങളെപ്പോഴും അവർക്കൊരു സപ്പോർട്ടായി സഹായിയായി എപ്പോഴും കൂടി ഉണ്ടായിരിക്കേണ്ടത് ആവശ്യമാണ്. അതുപോലെ തന്നെ നിങ്ങൾ കുട്ടികൾക്ക് മാതൃകയായിരിക്കണം. നിങ്ങളെ ശ്രദ്ധിക്കുന്ന അനേകം കുട്ടികൾ വേറെയുണ്ട് എന്നുള്ളത് നിങ്ങൾ ഓർത്തിരിക്കണം. 2 കാര്യങ്ങളിലാണ് പ്രധാനമായും നിങ്ങൾ മാതൃകയായിരിക്കേണ്ടത്. ഒന്ന്, പഠിത്തത്തിൽ നിങ്ങൾ മാതൃകയായിരിക്കണം. ഉഴപ്പ്, അലംഭാവം അക്കാഡമിക് കാര്യങ്ങളിൽ, പഠന കാര്യങ്ങളിൽ ഉണ്ടാകാനായിട്ട് ഇടയാകരുത്. മറ്റൊന്ന്, നിങ്ങളുടെ സ്വഭാവം അതുപോലെ തന്നെ നന്നായിരിക്കണം. നിങ്ങൾ ചെയ്യുന്നതും നിങ്ങൾ പ്രവർത്തിക്കുന്നതും സംസാരിക്കുന്നതെല്ലാം ശ്രദ്ധിക്കുന്ന നിങ്ങളുടെ കൂട്ടുകാരും മറ്റുള്ള സഹപാഠികളും ഒക്കെയുമുണ്ട്. അവർക്കൊക്കെ നിങ്ങളെപ്പോഴും ഒരു മാതൃകയായി നല്ല സ്വഭാവത്തിനുടമകളായിരിക്കാൻ തക്കവണ്ണം ശ്രദ്ധിക്കണം. അതുപോലെ നിങ്ങൾ ഏൽപ്പിക്കുന്ന ചുമതലകൾ ചെറുതാണെങ്കിലും അത് ഭംഗിയായി ചെയ്യുവാൻ തക്കവണ്ണം ശ്രദ്ധിക്കുക. എങ്ങനെയെങ്കിലും ചെയ്യുക എന്നുള്ളതല്ല, നന്നായി ചെയ്യുവാൻ, ഭംഗിയായി ചെയ്യുവാൻ തക്കവണ്ണം നിങ്ങൾ ശ്രദ്ധിക്കേണ്ടത് എപ്പോഴും ആവശ്യമാണ്. തീർച്ചയായിട്ടും നിങ്ങൾക്ക് നല്ലൊരു ചുമതലയാണ് ഏൽപ്പിക്കുന്നത്. ആ ചുമതലകളെല്ലാം ഭംഗിയായി ചെയ്യുവാൻ ഈശ്വരൻ നിങ്ങൾ അനുഗ്രഹിക്കട്ടെ എന്ന് പ്രത്യേകമായി പ്രാർത്ഥിക്കുകയും എല്ലാവർക്കും എല്ലാവിധമായ ആശംസകളും ഈ അവസരത്തിൽ നേരുകയും ചെയ്യുന്നു. ഈശ്വരൻ നിങ്ങളെ അനുഗ്രഹിക്കട്ടെ.
Thank you, Father. I'm very privileged to invite our respected principal, Mr. Johnny and Paul, for a message. Sir, you merely need an introduction. We are all proud of you and your extinguished hard work in the field of education. Sir, may we please have you on the stage.
Honorable Chief Guest Colonel Virendra Dutt Walia Shauri Chakra, respected Manager Father John Putturant, and our special guest Colonel Roderick Sir, our Administrator Mrs. Sunama John, dear colleagues, parents, students, especially the council members, a very good morning to each and every one of you. Today the newly elected council members are getting inducted through this swearing-in ceremony. And we are very fortunate to have 2 officers from the Indian Army, and especially our chief guest, Colonel Virendra Dutt Walia Shauri Chakra. He was a very prominent officer in Indian Army, and he completed his education from the Sainik School, Himachal Pradesh. Actually, he hails from Himachal Pradesh. Then he completed from National Defence Academy, and he graduated from Indian Military Academy in 1989 and completed Masters in Defence Studies. And very happy to know that he was awarded the Shauri Chakra. And in fact, we are excited and overwhelmed with the presence of 2 army officers during our investiture ceremony. And on behalf of St. Thomas Public School, I express my sincere gratitude to both officers. And leadership is the capacity to translate vision into reality. A good leader infuses a sense of positivity and direct others to reach a specified goal. Dear young leaders of St. Thomas Public School, what makes a good leader? Leaders should be role models and capable to inspire others with a clear vision and the passion to pursue his or her goal. Every student joins in St. Thomas Public School must be a person filled with knowledge, fear of God, a respect to elders, a respect for teachers, a respect in the rules and regulations of St. Thomas Public School, love and reverence to the parents, and love for the nation. Therefore, nurturing them and fostering them a sense of respect, self-discipline, practicing good values, and the willingness to care for others are the goals set by the faculties of St. Thomas Public School. Today's youth is tomorrow's nation builders. And today's youth are our students, and students play a vital role in the society and in shaping it generation after generation. As leaders, you act as a bridge between our school administration and the students. Remember, the future belongs to those who are educated and prepared to meet their challenges and opportunities of tomorrow. Life skills and life lessons are more important than your academic. Lastly, I would like to remind your role as a school leader to be an exciting journey towards self-discovery, and I wish you all success in your future career. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your kind words. Now, let's move on to the core of the function, and I request our Honorable Chief Guest, Colonel Virendra Dattwalia Shaurya Chakra, Commanding Officer, 18 Kerala Battalion NCC Muvatupura, to ignite the spirit of benevolence by lighting the lamp and address the school council members. Colonel Virendra Dattwalia Shaurya Chakra assumed the appointment of Commanding Officer, 18 Kerala Battalion NCC Muvatupura in October last year. He was posted in from NCC at IIT Roorkee, Uttarakhand. He hails from Himachal Pradesh. He is an alumnus of Sainik School, Sujanpur, Tehra, Himachal Pradesh, National Defence Academy, and passed out from Indian Military Academy on 16th December 1989. He was commissioned into 19 Mechanized Infantry Battalion. He is MSc in Defence Studies and have undergone various army courses. He has served in various appointments in army in his long career of 32 years, both in peace and field. During tenure with 25 Rashtriya Rifles in Doda, Jammu and Kashmir, he has been awarded with Shaurya Chakra for gallantry. Sir, please.
Respected father, manager of the school, Mr. Paul, the principal, administrator, Colonel Rodrigues, and friends. At the outset, heartiest congratulations to all of you for being selected and nominated to lead the school as a leader. I was just going through the curriculum. I saw that you use the word head boy and the head girl. I hope it's based on the selections by the teacher, not by the voting. Some of the schools are today following the system of voting. My wife is an educationist and we always have a discussion. I am of the opinion that schools should select the perfects. She was of the opinion certain schools are following the system where the voting is done by the cadets, by the students. Whatever be the way, but since you are all standing in front of me, heartiest congratulations to all of you. Time is tough. It's a pandemic time. Much better would have been a year and a half back, where you all would have been standing, the entire school would have been. But that does not make it a less. It's all because of your consistent effort over the years. That's why you stand as a head. Principal sir has covered very well what a leadership is all about. in Indian Military Academy, when we are before commissioning, there is, as you all know, Indian military draws its inspiration from the British Army, because for once time we were under Britishers. So there's a famous Chetwood saying, which defines leadership as a leader as a very classic case, and which is actually the near perfect definition of a leader. It says the safety, honor of your country comes first, always and every time. That means the safety, honor for you as a school captain, a school girl of your school comes first. You narrow it down to your school. The second line, it says it's for the army leader, the welfare of your men come next. That means the troops you are commanding. That means here you take the children, the classes or etc. Their welfare comes the next. Yeah, and your own welfare comes the last. So if you can imbibe that, you will make a good leader, a good captain, because first thing is the honor of the school. And for that, if somebody is doing wrong, you should have a will to report the matter and get the things into a correct perspective. You'll make a good leader. So that's what I wanted to say. Second thing, we are presently having recruitment for the young children for joining NCC. So with a lot of people I was speaking. So I used to ask them, what do you want to do? Kehta, sir, I want to serve my nation. There's always a question in our mind, ki, okay, what does serving nation imply? Is it only wearing an army uniform, or do you serve a nation every day? So, for you, serving nation will imply, there is something called, which you must be in class 8/9 reading, fundamental rights. How many fundamental rights are there? Somebody can answer? We all know there are 7 fundamental rights: right to equality, right to freedom, educational, right against exploitation. You must have read in your class, 10th, probably it will come to you. We as Indians, we only lay stress on what are rights. Most of us, we don't know there is something called fundamental duties also. Even in the CBSE exam pattern, he'll say, okay, write the fundamental rights, explain 2 rights, and explain 2 duties. Just for your, when the constitution was made, that time, okay, rights were included, because that time it was perceived, ki, okay, people will do the duties naturally. But over the period of time, we probably lost the ideals of the freedom for what we fought, and probably duties took a back seat. So somewhere in 2002, there was an amendment, that the 82nd amendment to the constitution, then the 86th, where about 11 duties are. As a good citizen, if you aim to follow the duties first, rights will flow. So that was the second thing, message I want to give, ki, okay, first is you should be aware what are your duties. It speaks, ki, okay, we'll abide by the Indian constitution. We'll protect the sovereignty and integrity of the country, defend our country and participate. So likewise it goes, which for an average citizen should be a first aim. Ki, okay, I am born in India, I'll follow my duties, rights come the second priority. So that was a message for you all. Please give this message to even the other people, because there was a story which I was reading a long time back in India today. The story was, that time, probably today the media is so much that you get each and every news. This was of Indian karate master who has gone to Japan for his black belt Dawn 7, that hardest. So he says, ki, there was a fear in his mind, because only Indian can't speak Japanese, saw the Japanese practicing in the evening, other foreign country people practicing. So somewhere the fear do set in, ki, okay, how will I be able to perform next day? Will I achieve or will I lose? So he says, while walking through the streets, he saw a young Japanese, a very small kid, he was crying loudly. So out of nature, he went to that fellow and tried to, okay, friend, don't cry, why are you crying? He thought that Japanese kid could not understand his language. He could not understand the Japanese kid. But that the moment he spoke to that kid, the kid started howling. And suddenly the kid's mother came. Now he asked some mother, now he's offended, thinking, yaar, she'll think as a foreigner I made her son cry, what she'll say. So that lady could speak English. So he spoke to her, ki, no, your son was crying and I was trying to quieten him, but he started howling again. She said, don't worry. Then he said, ki, why he started howling, seeing me? What the lady told him was surprising. Lady said he is crying now because he said, ki, I have cried in front of a foreigner. I have cried in front of a foreigner. I let down my country. So that was the essence, if you can carry that. Ki that was the grooming of a kid. Ki okay, my country comes first and I cannot make foreigner feel ki I am weak. A small kid. He said ki that drove me. Next day, ki okay yaar, I am feeling scared and this fellow see the kid. Yeah, and I am representing country. That made me win the next match. Next day and he was awarded 9th. So that's where the story had come up. Shortly on 15th, we are having our Independence Day. We are blessed to be born in an independent country. Over the years, since so many years have passed, since 1947, we do celebrate Independence Day, but probably we all are not aware of the hardship. We read it. Okay, we read it in the books. Ki, okay, they were faced a lot of torture to get independence. Probably we don't value that independence because it had come naturally to us. When we were born, we were already independent. So it's taken ki somebody trying to tell us, we are listening to it, but we are not realizing the importance of that. Why 15th August, most of you may not be knowing. 15th August was another date, 1947, when India wanted independence. Because it was not so well planned. Otherwise, whatever took place after the independence, lot of riots, etc., that would have not happened. Indians in the year 1929, that was a Congress that time, Congress was there, they had asked for something called on 26 January 1929. First time they had declared, okay, we want complete independence from British. Earlier what they were going, when we were saying, okay, we were fighting for the independence, most of us we were talking of in terms, okay, within the British framework, we'll have our elected government, but we'll function under the British. It was 1929, when on the banks of river somewhere near Lahore, on the banks of Ravi river, Congress for the first time had taken a decision, no, we want Puran Swarajya, complete independence from the Britishers. 26 January. That was the time they flew the first time the flag. After that, continuously every year they used to celebrate that Puran Swarajya Day. British, even the Britishers in their Parliament Act had passed, okay, by 30th June 1948. 30th June was a day decided that the power will be transferred to the Indians. But before that, 2-3 incidents had taken place. Second World War has taken place from 42 to 45, where Indians supported the Britishers. Gandhiji, because it was based on a promise, okay, the moment the World War ends, India will be given an independence. There was something called Azad Hind Fauj, which was raised by Subhash Chandra Bose, which has fought against the Britishers. The World War, as you know, was between the Axis power, the Allies. Allies was basically the US, England, Russia. They were the Allies power. Other side was the Germany, Japan, Hungary. So the entire world was fighting. Azad Hind Fauj wanted independence. Japan was supporting. Azad Hind Fauj was fighting from the Japanese side. England was the other side. Other Indian armies were fighting from the Indian side. Indian side means the British side. Azad Hind Fauj fought very bravely in the Burma. Now once the World War ended, somewhere, because history what we read is a history written by the Britishers. somewhere there was a fear in their mind कि okay, if Indian soldiers who have fought for the Britishers, if they start siding with the Azad Hind Fauj, it will be difficult for the British and there will be a massacre of the Britishers. 15th August, the day we were given independence by Viceroy Mountbatten, was preponed. Otherwise, it was supposed to be somewhere by June 30th next year, 1948. Congress was interested कि okay, it should be somewhere near 26 January. That the day we have been celebrating as complete independence. Somewhere that was in the mind. कि okay, since 29 we are celebrating the same day of complete independence. But on 15th it was declared, 14th it was okay, Muslim League Act, Pakistan was divided, Pakistan and India, this thing. That's where the right followed. That you should know. That is why you know कि okay, Republic Day, when we talk of Republic Day, we celebrate as 26th January. But if you go to the history, somewhere in November 49 our constitution was ready. It could have been put in the place in November. It was absolutely ready. But they waited till 26th January 1950. So I thought, these many students don't know the facts, but that's the truth. Other thing in life which I want to give you, there was a WhatsApp message one day, very good joke going around. Ki truth and lies. Both of them decided. So suddenly at some time the truth was very heavier. And a lot of people used to respect truth. So lie thought, I can't survive like this. Lies, telling false. That I won't survive. So he invited truth. Okay, come, let's go for a swim. Both of them went for a swim. Lie was smart. What the lie did, when they were swimming, he came out, wore truth's clothes and moved out. Truth could not come out. So since it's the age of social media, lot of lies in the garb of truth are floating. It is for you to find out the naked truth. Having a social media is a very good thing. Knowing it is a very good thing. But ability to decide what is wrong, what is right has to be there. That's the additional responsibility which you have on your shoulders. Our times when we were young, no news come. News was only through Doordarshan, and all the teachers who are of our age will agree. I don't know about the southern side, north side, only program was, there was one program on Wednesday called Chitrahar. Black and white TV was there, a famous antenna. The youngest or the eldest child in the family had a duty to stand with the antenna. He used to keep rotating that antenna so that we could get, and you could get the people like this. All Teda Meda people, no straight. And Sunday was the movie. Then came something Ramayan serial, etc. And somewhere in 1982 the TV came. And after that, now YouTube, everything, WhatsApp, everything. So probably, even if we were weak in our thinking, we never got misguided because there was no such source of information. Information was only in the form of a newspaper, magazines, no social media. But your time, there's a lot of information overload. 50% correct, 50% just rot. It should be your ability to pick up the correct thing. So that was what I wanted to speak to you. My compliments to all those who have organized it. My thanks to the management, principal and all the teachers. And heartiest congratulations to all of you. Jai Hind. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, sir.
May I request Lieutenant Colonel Rodriguez to speak a few words.
Respected Principal, Manager, all staff, Kandatwalia, and dear students. I am facing the same situation which that young girl faced a few moments back over here. And I must admire you for your presence of mind, your alertness, and I congratulate you for that. This is a very important point that you today, who are going to be selected as leaders, should imbibe in you. Have your feet on your ground, think with your brains between your ears. It's a very important issue. Surprises, challenges, and so many other troubles will come to you every day. They will be thrown at you at any time. And a leader is one who will be able to hold his ground, think correctly, and give the correct decision or take the correct action. Today, what you were thrown a surprise all of a sudden. And how you handled it is what leaders do. That is how you must all be. That is the only small message. And the second point that I want to tell all of you is just reiterate what Colonel Datwalia said, that all of us here feel that serving our country means to wear a uniform or do something. It's not that. Serving your country in your own specific way, in whatever you're doing, as a student, as a teacher, as any person in the school, whatever is my duty, if I can do that to the best of my abilities, in the most sincere and honest manner, I have done the biggest service to my country and my countrymen. Remember that. And as leaders, it goes a notch up. You have to go above the rest. You have to set examples for them and work accordingly. That's all I would like to tell you. And thank you very much for giving me an opportunity to address you and speak to you and give you my thoughts also. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, sir. St. Thomas Public School held its election for the members of the school council on 26 July 2021 through online platform. The most popular, the most deserving, the most vibrant leaders of the campus emerged victorious to take up the prestigious roles of the office bearers of STPS. Here, we proudly present before you the office bearers of academic year 2021-2022.
I request the head boy, B. Harishant Krishna, to step forward. I invite the Honorable Chief Guest to adorn the head boy of this prestigious institution with sash and to pin the badge. He was a class representative in grade 1 and grade 10 and also the junior head boy in grade 5. He passed grade 4 in electronic keyboard from Trinity College of London and is a proud recipient of National Talent Search Examination Stage 2. He aspires to be a doctor.
Walking proudly is Devaprabha S. to take over as the head girl. She was the class representative in grade 3 and grade 9 and also the junior house captain in grade 5. She's a good singer and has participated and won prizes in Saholia competitions. She scored all A1 with 95% in grade 10. She aims to become a renowned chartered accountant.
Assistant Head Boy Mevi G. Puturan of Class 11 has been a part of St. Thomas family for the past 14 years. He was the Assistant House Captain in grade 9 and was also the individual sports champion of that year. He has won medals in Kerala CBSE and MA International Championship. His ambition is to become an astrophysicist.
Kesia Sajipapalil of Class 11, who has been studying at HTPS since 2009, is the newly elected Assistant Head Girl. She was the Junior Head Girl in grade 5. Kesia scored full A1 in CBSE Class 10 exam. and also has won prizes in Sahodaya outside the sports competition and also in MA International Sports Championship. Her ambition is to join civil services, become an IPS officer to serve the country.
Now, we have the Cultural Secretary Abhishek Raju of Class 11, who is a music composer, singer and a guitarist. He was a junior head boy and also scored 92% in grade 10 CBSE board exam. His ambition is to become an ethical hacker.
Next, we have the Assistant Cultural Secretary, Arvind Suresh of Class 9 to step forward. He has passed grade 3 in piano from Trinity College of London. His pleasing personality impresses each individual who comes into contact with him. He was the class representative and has won Principal's Honor Award and the Proficiency Prize.
Thank you, sir. We now have our young and energetic council members on the dais ready to pledge their oath at the commencement of the investiture ceremony. May I now invite Ms. Pinky Thomas, head of the English department, to administer the oath to the newly inducted school council members. Ma'am, please.
School council members, attention.
I, of St. Thomas Public School, swear to obey and respect all school rules, lead the students in all school activities, try to make sure the involvement and participation of students in all school programs, and discharge all other duties of the office sincerely, without fear or favor, to the entire satisfaction of the school authorities, and to uphold the honor and glory of the school. So help me God.
Thank you, ma'am. Our invocation rise up into the heaven so that he who dwells above lights our candle of hope for a brighter academic year. Within the heart of every person exists the flame of wisdom that transforms all suffer into kindling the fire of creative energy. There is a candle in your heart ready to be kindled. There is a void in your soul ready to be filled. You feel it, don't you? This candle is handed over to our most respected chief guest, Colonel Virendra Tatwalia, Shaurya Chakra, to kindle the candle for the head boy and the head girl. Now, Harishant and Devaprabha shall light the candle for the council members.
The school council members shall unite their voices for a song. Lead, kindly light, amid the circling glow. Lead me on. The night is dark and I am far from home. Lead me on. Keep my feet, I do not ask to see the distant sea. One step enough for me. Lead me on. Thank you, friends. Do not follow where the path may lead. Go instead where there is no path and leave a trail. Prayers and blessings from St. Thomas family to the newly inducted members.
It's my privilege to invite our beloved administrator, Mrs. Sunama John, who has been our mentor and guide throughout, to felicitate. Ma'am, please.
Respected Chief Guest, Principal, Manager, teachers, and my dear students, ഇന്ന് നമ്മുടെ സ്കൂളിലെ കുഞ്ഞുങ്ങൾ അവരിൽ നിന്നും അവർക്ക് വേണ്ടി അവരാൽ തിരഞ്ഞെടുക്കപ്പെട്ട അവരുടെ ലീഡേഴ്സിൻ്റെ ഇൻവെസ്റ്റിച്ചർ നടക്കുന്ന സമയമാണ്. എല്ലാ വർഷവും നമുക്ക് നമ്മുടെ ക്ലാസ് റെപ്രസെൻറ്റേറ്റീവ്സും അങ്ങനെ സ്പോർട്സ് ക്യാപ്റ്റൻ പല രീതിയിലുള്ള ലീഡേഴ്സിൻ്റെ ഒരു വലിയ ചടങ്ങായിരുന്നു നമ്മൾ നടത്തിക്കൊണ്ടിരുന്നത്. പക്ഷേ നമ്മുടെ ഈ പ്രത്യേക സാഹചര്യത്തിൽ നമുക്കതിന് സാധിക്കുന്നില്ല. അവരെല്ലാം വീട്ടിലിരുന്നുകൊണ്ട് ഈ പ്രോഗ്രാമെല്ലാം കാണുന്നുണ്ടെന്ന് വിചാരിക്കുന്നു. അവർക്കെല്ലാം ആദ്യമായിട്ടും ആശംസകൾ നേരുന്നു. അതോടൊപ്പം നമ്മുടെ എടുക്കപ്പെടുന്ന ലീഡേഴ്സിനോട് ലീഡേഴ്സ് എപ്പോഴും എന്തായിരിക്കണം, ഈ പ്രത്യേക സാഹചര്യത്തിൽ എല്ലാം അനുകൂലമായിരിക്കുമ്പോൾ എല്ലാവരും പ്രവർത്തിക്കുന്നത് പോലെ ഞാൻ പ്രവർത്തിക്കുന്നു എന്നുള്ളത് അതിന് യാതൊരു പ്രത്യേകതയും ഇല്ല. പക്ഷേ പ്രതികൂലങ്ങൾ ഉണ്ടായിരിക്കുന്ന സമയത്ത് ആ പ്രതികൂലങ്ങളിൽ എല്ലാം അനുകൂലമാക്കി തീർക്കുന്ന ആ ഒരു മനോഭാവത്തോടെ പ്രവർത്തിക്കാൻ സാധിക്കുന്നത് ആർക്കാണോ അവരാണ് യഥാർത്ഥമായിട്ടുള്ള ലീഡേഴ്സ് ആയിരിക്കാൻ അർഹതയുള്ളവർ. അതോടൊപ്പം നമുക്ക് അറിയാം, എപ്പോഴും ലീഡേഴ്സ് നമ്മുടെ ചുറ്റുമുള്ളവരെ കാണാൻ സ്വന്തം കാര്യം എന്നുള്ള ചിന്തിക്കാതെ എപ്പോഴും നമ്മുടെ ചുറ്റുമുള്ളവരെ കാണാനെല്ലാം അതിൽ കൂടെ മാത്രമേ അവർക്ക് മറ്റുള്ളവരെ സ്വന്തം കാര്യം ചിന്തിക്കുന്നവർക്ക് ഒരിക്കലും നല്ല ലീഡറായിരിക്കാൻ പറ്റിയില്ല. പക്ഷെ മറ്റുള്ളവരെ കാണാനും അവരുടെ ആവശ്യങ്ങൾ അറിഞ്ഞ് അവരെ സഹായിക്കാനുള്ള മനസ്ഥിതിയാണ് ഏറ്റവും അത്യാവശ്യമായിട്ട് വേണ്ടത്. അതിന് അവരെ പ്രാപ്തരാക്കുന്നത് അവർക്ക് എങ്ങനെയാണത് ചെയ്യാൻ സാധിക്കുന്നത്? അതായത് ദ പീപ്പിൾ ഹു റീഡ് ആർ ദ പീപ്പിൾ ഹു ലീഡ് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. അതായത് ധാരാളം അറിവ് നമുക്ക് നേടുക, നമുക്ക് നേടിക്കിട്ടുന്ന അറിവ് നമ്മുടെ ജീവിതത്തിൽ അനുഭവമാക്കുക, ആ അറിവുകൾ മറ്റുള്ളവരുടെ നന്മയ്ക്ക് വേണ്ടി പ്രവർത്തിക്കാൻ സാധിക്കുന്ന ഒരു വലിയ മനസ്സിൻ്റെ ഉടമയ്ക്ക് മാത്രമേ ഒരു നല്ല ലീഡറായിരിക്കാൻ സാധിക്കുകയുള്ളൂ. അതോടൊപ്പം തന്നെ ബൈബിളിൽ പറയുന്നുണ്ട്, നിങ്ങളെ അനുഗ്രഹിക്കപ്പെട്ടെങ്കിൽ, അതായത് ദൈവത്താൽ നിങ്ങൾ അനുഗ്രഹിക്കപ്പെട്ടെങ്കിൽ അത് അനേകർക്ക് അനുഗ്രഹമായി തീരുക എന്നുള്ളതാണ് ദൈവത്തിൻ്റെ ആഗ്രഹമെന്ന്. അതുപോലെ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ലഭിച്ചിരിക്കുന്ന ഈ അവസരം, ലീഡേഴ്സ് ആയിത്തീരുക, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ നിങ്ങളെ ഇലക്ട് ചെയ്തിരിക്കുന്ന ഈ അവസരത്തിൽ അത് മറ്റുള്ളവർക്ക്, നമ്മുടെ സമസൃഷ്ടങ്ങൾക്ക്, നമ്മുടെ ചുറ്റുമുള്ളവർക്ക് അത് എന്തുകൊണ്ടും ഒരു അനുഗ്രഹമാണ് എന്നുള്ള ഒരു ഫീലിംഗ് അവർക്ക് ഉണ്ടാക്കി കൊടുക്കാൻ സാധിക്കുന്നത് ആർക്കാണോ അവരായിരിക്കും യഥാർത്ഥമായ ലീഡേഴ്സ്. അതായത് സത്യവഴിയിൽ യഥാർത്ഥമായിട്ട് മറ്റുള്ളവർക്ക് അവരെ ഒരു മോഡലാക്കാൻ സാധിക്കുന്നെങ്കിൽ തീർച്ചയായിട്ടും അവർ നല്ല ലീഡേഴ്സ് ആയിരിക്കും. നമുക്കിപ്പോൾ നമ്മുടെ ചുറ്റുമുള്ള ലീഡേഴ്സിനെ എല്ലാം നോക്കിയാൽ അറിയാൻ സാധിക്കും. അബ്ദുൽ കലാമിൻ്റെയൊക്കെ കാര്യം പറഞ്ഞാൽ ശരിക്കും എത്രമാത്രമാണ് അവർക്ക് എത്രമാത്രം അറിവ് കൂടുന്തോറും തീർച്ചയായിട്ടും വീണ്ടും അറിവ് നേടാനുള്ള ഒരു ആഗ്രഹം, അതനുസരിച്ച് അവർക്ക് പ്രവർത്തിക്കാനുള്ള ആ വലിയ ആഗ്രഹം, അത് അവരുടെ സമൂഹത്തെ ചിന്തിച്ചുകൊണ്ട്, സമൂഹത്തിൻ്റെ നന്മ മാത്രം ചിന്തിച്ചുകൊണ്ട് ഇതെല്ലാം ചെയ്യുന്നത്. സ്വന്തമായ കാര്യത്തിന് വേണ്ടിയിട്ട് അല്ല അവർ പ്രവർത്തിക്കുന്നത്. അതുപോലെ എങ്കിലേ നമ്മുടെ നാടിനും നമുക്കും ഈ സർവ്വ പുരോഗതിയുടെയും അടിസ്ഥാനം അത് മാത്രമാണ്. അനേകർക്ക് വേണ്ടിയിട്ട്, മറ്റുള്ളവർക്ക് വേണ്ടി ചിന്തിക്കുന്ന വ്യക്തികളുടെ പ്രവർത്തനങ്ങളാണ് ഈ സകലവിധമായ പുരോഗതിക്കും ഒരു രാജ്യത്തിൻ്റെ ആണെങ്കിലും കുടുംബത്തിൻ്റെ ആണെങ്കിലും എല്ലാത്തിൻ്റെയും അടിസ്ഥാനമായിരിക്കുന്നത്. അതുകൊണ്ട് നമുക്ക് ഈ സ്ഥാനം ഏറ്റെടുത്തിരിക്കുന്ന ഓരോ ലീഡേഴ്സും, എന്നെ ശ്രദ്ധിച്ചുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുന്ന പേരൻസും സ്റ്റുഡൻസും എല്ലാം അവരവരുടെ വീട്ടിലിരുന്ന് കാണുന്നുണ്ടായിരിക്കും. എല്ലാവരും അവർക്ക് അവനവനെ ലഭിച്ചിരിക്കുന്ന ഈ ഉത്തരവാദിത്വം വളരെ ആത്മാർത്ഥതയോടെ ഏറ്റവും നല്ല കാര്യങ്ങളും അവനവൻ്റെ ജീവിതത്തിൽ അത് പ്രാവർത്തികമാക്കുവാനും അത് മറ്റുള്ളവർക്ക് പ്രയോജനമാക്കി തീർക്കുവാനും ഈ അവസരങ്ങൾ അവർക്ക് പ്രയോജനപ്പെടുത്തുവാൻ എല്ലാ ആശംസകളും നേരുന്നുകൊണ്ട് എൻ്റെ വാക്കുകൾ നിർത്തുന്നു. നന്ദി.
Thank you, ma'am. I request the newly inducted head boy of STPS to deliver the acceptance speech and take up the prestigious post. Harishant, please.
Good morning to one and all present here today, respected dignitaries on the dais, teachers, parents, and my dear friends. First, I would like to thank God Almighty who has strengthened us in these dire times and has given us this wonderful opportunity to be here today. A huge thank you to the school management and teachers for nominating me for this prestigious post and my own buddies for electing me as the head boy for this academic year. Without your support, I would not have got this opportunity. Special thanks, guys. As the head boy, I ensure that I will adhere to the school rules and strive to motivate and encourage my peers while maintaining the standards of discipline of STPS. St. Thomas always had a holistic approach to education, and I intend to uphold these ideologies. My constant endeavor will be to push my fellow students to broaden their horizons. It isn't just about being disciplined and having a balance in all activities. It's also about making it a point to work with everyone around you, providing help and setting an example as a leader. I will certainly try to help every student be the best version of themselves. We as prefects need to work as a team with every single teacher and staff member in the school. If this takes place without any hindrance, then it is a guarantee that the school will be able to run in 2021 faster and smoother than Usain Bolt. I know the cost of winning. It is focused on hard work and unflinching discipline. I really look forward to the year ahead with eager anticipation, and I am sure the school will achieve all its goals. At the end, I urge all students to work hard in their respective areas so that we can soar higher and higher. Thank you.
Thank you, Harshant. Now we have the presentation of memento to our most respected chief guest. May I invite our manager, Reverend Father John Puthuran, to present the memento to our chief guest as a token of love and gratitude.
Now we have the closing ceremony. The celebrity girl of the day, Deva Prabha S., head girl, shall now propose the vote of thanks.
No duty is more urgent than that of returning thanks. A warm and pleasant good morning. I am Deva Prabha S. from class 12B. Being head girl of this prestigious institution, I am bestowed with the duty to propose the vote of thanks. First of all, let me thank Almighty for showering all His blessings on all. Now, I would like to express my sincere gratitude to our honorable chief guest of the day, Colonel Virendra Dadwalia, Commanding Officer, 18 Kerala NCC Battalion, Muatupura, for his esteemed presence. Thank you, sir. Now, I would like to thank our special guest, Lieutenant Colonel Rodriguez, sir. Thank you, sir. Next, I extend my thanks to our manager, Reverend Father John Puthuran, who provides all support and guidance. Thank you, Father. Now, I would like to thank our principal, Mr. Johnny and Paul, who leads our path to success. Thank you, sir. Next, I thank our administrator, Mrs. Sunama John, for her continuous inspiration. Thank you, ma'am. Behind every successful program lies the manifold effort of our committed faculty. I would like to take a moment to thank our dear teachers for their immense contribution. Thank you, dear teachers. Non-teaching staff play an important role in the development of our prestigious institution. I would like to thank them for their hard work and effort. It is important to acknowledge the unconditional love and support of our parents. Thank you, dear parents. Dear friends, without you, this program is incomplete. Thank you for your wholehearted participation. Leadership is about making others better as a result of your presence and making sure that impact lasts in your absence. I wish all the elected members good luck. Once again, I am thanking all. Thank you.
Thank you, Devaprabha. Remember, friends, whatever the mind can conceive and believe, the mind can achieve. Let's all join our hands with these leaders of ours for a brand new academic year. Let's all rise for the national anthem.
तव शुभ नामे जागे, तव शुभाशिष मागे, गाहे तव जय गाथा। जय गणनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता। जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे।
Thank you.